Hola! Welcome to Rauta's duel, whatever you want to call it. This time it's time to go to the backlog. With a band that I have featured actually last year, I think, with the more reissues coming away. This one is internal, suffering with a couple of more albums. What we have here is Chaotic Matrix and then an album called Choronzonic Force Domination, both reissued in actually 2018. Now, this is an old band, already from the mid-90s, that has gotten quite a few reissues, what I was meaning to say, over the years, and these ones come also with bonus tracks as the previous ones. Before getting into the band and talking about music, I will obviously show you the CDs here, which came without jewel cases, so don't even have to unbox them. So this one is Chaotic Matrix, and it has a lineup from 2002 and 2018. Both are mentioned here, and as you can see, this is original information regarding the 2001 studio session, plus some remaster information 2018. And as you can see, a couple of bonus tracks included. So looking good, like it always seems to be with Satanath Records, or one of the sub-labels of the label. And this is the first one over here. Not the first releases by the band. Now, Satanath has previously done, and these are always worth showing when we're talking about this label. You know, they have these pretty cool features here on these sidelines of the CD. You can actually read them when you have proper light and all. And here is the updated track list with some bonus tracks. So quite worth more money, that is, if you are into the style of the band. And then we have this album that came a little bit later on. This is 2004 lineup and 2018. Basically the same information. What makes this rather interesting is this was produced by Eric Rutan back in the days. Those who don't know him, well, he has been, well, obviously his own band, Hate Eternal, but also Morbid Angel, and later on in Cannibal Corpse. So a real death metal veteran, and when he is taking part of in these kind of releases, you should expect some quality. Not everybody likes him, of course, or his style and all that stuff, but I mean, for many people it's kind of a sign of veteran understanding for technical and brutal death metal. And once again, here are these side markings. And then finally we have this inlay for this release as well. Like mentioned, here it is Satanath release, I guess in cooperation with Rotten Roll Rex. And this one also has 4 bonus tracks. Both are roughly 45 minutes, give or take. And here you have the band's Metal Archive site. Like I said, this band was founded in mid-90s. First it operated under the name of Suffer, and then changed in 1996 to Internal Suffering. Originally from Colombia, later on to New York, relocating, and then again Spain. I guess the Spanish language kind of helps more in Spain than the United States, that is New York area. Anyway, jokes aside, this is technical, brutal death metal. To be honest, I don't find this band that much technical. I mean, it's clearly that these guys are very, very talented, and it's kind of a technical in that sense that, you know, this pace, which is almost totally just full blasting, you have to have very much talent with the playing. But because it's constantly kind of a fast pace, it's kind of loses its details in the music. And that is, in my opinion, one of the downsides with this. Now, I previously reviewed Supreme Knowledge Domain, which is the debut album from 1999 and also the crappiest one of them all. It clearly shows that the band had way too much passion for the style versus what they could actually do. This Unmerciful Extermination in 2001 then again proved to be quite a bit better, but still very mediocre release. And now what we have here is this duo 2002-2004 Chaos Matrix and the Choronzonic Force Domination. And here if you click, you will find the original track list to be a little bit different versus what are the later versions from 2018. And as you can see, there is one other reissue early 2013. And that's what the name of the game here. But we will look at this Satanath Records version because it has these 15 tracks and quite lengthy titles. Like I said, this band is all about having brutal, fast-paced death metal with kind of a technical approach. But whereas combined with this technicality and brutal parts, I mean, it's like you try to force Cannibal Corpse into Origin format, or trying to get some Hate Eternal to sound like Nile or something like that. Now, the thing here is, you usually can't combine two different styles. One could say, if you're coming outside the death metal territory, one could say that, yeah, it's not that different. I mean, it's all growly vocals, it's always brutal, and always heavy sounding and all that stuff. You know, growly, and fast-paced blasting. Yeah, kind of the same, but not at all. I mean, if you compare bands like Cannibal Corpse to bands like Archfire or Nile or Origin, or take some bands like Suffocation, well, they all sound quite different. Now, the downside with this Chaotic Matrix album is that it's very, very monotone. It's from the very beginning to the very end pretty much the same. Now, if you listen to that for 30 minutes, it kind of starts to get weary. I mean, it really wears you out unless you're really, really digging that one trick pony kind of a thing. When you have bonus tracks which have a little bit less of that good production, I mean, it gets really, really extra tiring and weary and all that stuff. So can't really recommend. I think Unmerciful Extermination was a little bit more enjoyable, maybe because of its less of a length. This is not bad, but it's very, very mediocre release, maybe sub-mediocre. Now, Choronzonic Force Domination, then again, is a little bit different breed in my opinion. Because the thing here is, it is a little bit more diverse, and to be honest, the song structure is, more varied. In my opinion, it's more interesting and it has better production. So I really can agree with these, review scores. It's kind of weird that this kind of a band has 92% on average for 3 reviews. I mean, they must be some really tough death metal fanatics. Very different than me, even though I'm a big fan of, bands like Origin and, Nile, somewhat Cannibal Corpse, Suffocation, and all that stuff. I mean, I can like really, really brutal stuff. And I do when it's, diverse and all, like Origin, for instance, or Archfire. But this is not exactly that. I can understand why people would be liking this for sheer brutality, because it's in fact that. But it gets really, really boring after a while. And that whereas Choronzonic Force Domination is, in my opinion, quite a lot better. It's still not really great. In my opinion, it's so many ways kind of a mediocre album, or mediocre plus if you will, because it's really like that one-trick pony. With this original 33 minutes of a length, I guess it could be, more enjoyable. But when you have the bonus material, it kind of starts to grind you down. And obviously that is not something that you want for an album. Like I said, it's kind of nice that you have that extra value in the form of a bunch of bonus tracks. But then again, do you really need them? I mean, do they really bring any kind of extra value to the album? And in my opinion, not really. I mean, from a collector's point of view, from a hardcore fan point of view, maybe so, but for the rest of us, not really. So for me, it would be kind of easy to bring the winner of this duo. Like, if I had to choose, which one I would start if I was unknown to this band? Which one I would pick? I would say Choronzonic would be clearly the winner. There is no doubt. This is not that good. This is less than mediocre, and this is a little bit better than that. Once again, this is not a very good band overall, in my opinion. It's way too much a one-trick pony of brutal death metal with a technical twist. There are lots more better bands, in my opinion, for the genre, but I mean, if you're into that kind of stuff, why don't you check it out? Thank you for watching. Should you have comments or questions, put them on the comments box below, and I will get back to you. Bye-bye.